Hey guys, Captain Ron America here. Thought I would do something different this time and have like a little bit of an explainer video for the Civil Warrior character and showcase some of the things that went into building this cool mech suit, if you want to call it for that. For the fan films with Connor Yap 4, shout out to him. Keep up the good work out there. The fan film will eventually get done. Just so much stuff's going into the whole bit that it's worth explaining each element that went into the whole process of putting this together. Firstly, we'll just start from the ground up. So the boots are the ones sitting on the ground. These are some awesome Harley Davidson boots. They're very rugged. They had that beefy look, that Captain America, that Winter Soldier kind of suit. You know what I mean? Really hardcore. So that's awesome. Then we have the power leggings. These are actually leggings that you would put on there for like muscle fitness and stuff like that. So they have a power. Oh, maybe I gotta turn the power on. Nope. Yeah. So anyhow, so they power up inside of here, and they basically massage your legs as you go along. And they're infrared connected. I don't know if you can see that in there. There's the infrared, so that when you switch it on one, they both do the same thing. And I basically added a couple elements to it, used some bolts and stuff like that to keep these on here really good, and give it that profile that I needed for the suit. Okay, so next, let's see, on our way up, obviously the pants, they're up there, the shirt's up there. I wear this Avenger style with the arms ripped off because I got those arms to put on. So let's talk about that real quick. Right here, this being the right arm, it's come together with 3D printed parts, EVA foam, some hard sheet plastic material that's corrugated like cardboard. Basically, I used aluminum rods to create the whole forearm complex, and the helmet lights up because I have a couple of LED lights in there. Makes sense, doesn't it? I wanted to have a blast shield that would come down for this piece of right here to be attached to. Now, if you want to come in, and I will show you. Now, the left arm is kind of interesting because I used a Raspberry Pi 4B to create a basically like a Pip-Boy computer device. It connects to the internet, does all the basic stuff like that, but it also has the obvious capabilities of running our servo motors, and in conjunction with my my Arduino over here. So that'll be an interesting upgrade for the Ironman situation. I 3D printed the gloves, and then I had to alter them because in the real world some of these things just doesn't quite fit as you would think, because they had an extension back here, so you couldn't do this. I had to cut it out. Now, I do have LEDs installed in them, but I ended up burning this one out, so I have the wires right inside of here, and then basically that ran up the arm, and then that ran into a power pack into the chest piece. And as you can see here, the computer started up, and right now I just have a mouse to do the things over here. It's upside down. But anyways, as you can see this is all steel, sheet steel. Again, got the aluminum rods here, and actually physically connecting them to the 3D printed parts. Kind of wonder how strong is that? Well, I use washers to really sandwich the areas in the 3D printed part. That way this stuff doesn't quite break. And I have used it extensively out in the wild out here, so I know it'll hold up. Okay, so let's talk about the chest piece real fast. This is an interesting combination of different parts. So you see, this is all sheet steel. This is all sheet steel. It's painted. Got the, of course, EVA foam, floor mat foam. Just put the things together. Use some stretch material, kind of bridge the gap between them, and then I use some this Kevlar material here, it's kind of like a nylon webbing or whatever, that actually glues behind all of it and helps hold it together. The back, as you can tell, it's got the shield harness carrying device. I actually fixed it to it, so it had to be a lighter one because the EVA foam is a little not as strong as my original harness that I have. And then of course I took a hockey helmet apart that had a bunch of these interesting parts, and I rearranged them and got them lapped over each other to create what you see here. This is part of his shoulder design that's up there. The only way to translate that was into the EVA foam. It has two power packs in there, as you can see here. This one over here runs can run two different items on USB, and this is a single USB that runs the star in the back. Alright, let's throw you guys down there. Now, the shield. One of the coolest parts. This is the original shield, and it basically runs on a remote of 4 super bright LEDs. Of course, I can change the colors individually or all together at once. And then bringing it around to the back side, I have a switch here. I basically can then turn on the unibeam. So all together or all singly, you know, it's all for variations, and you know, it actually adds a little cool element to the, you know, effects of everything. And that runs on a power pack that right behind the belt there. Okay, so I think that pretty much covers everything. And let's see, one last thing. Be sure to like and subscribe, and stay tuned for the Civil Warrior final fan film. I don't know, it should be several minutes long. We'll just have to see. Alright, I hope this helped you out and get a good idea of what kind of stuff's going on here. I know it's always in changing, ever evolving, so be sure to stay on.